Hi, I'm Jim Gary at Batillepiece Workshop. I've been replacing the front flexible brake hoses on my 25-year-old Workhorse chassis-based motorhome as part of a complete rebuild of the brake system. And I've run into a lot of complications, so what started out as a quick one-day project has become a multi-week operation. So this video documents those complications. If you're interested, there are links to my other videos in the description below, so please like and subscribe. Now, let's get on with the video. We're on the right front of the chassis, and here's the loose end. This was the end of the flexible brake hose that was plugged into the caliper. And up here is where it's attached. So the hard line comes over, I guess, from the master cylinder or some junction to here. So there's a little nut here, and I've already applied PB Blaster. Anyway, let's see what happens. There it goes. So that's loose. This is still attached. And then over here there's a sleeve that goes all the way around the hose here, and it's crimped on. So I think I'm going to have to undo this bolt. This, I don't see how this works. Oh, I see. So this is a clip I just have to pull out, and this whole thing should just pop right down. I remember that from the previous rear brakes. So I'll take that out, and that's a 1/2 inch wrench. Put a little PB Blaster on there. A little more up here. Up here, this hose, this is a clip here, and it's rusty, so it's going to be a little hard to get out, but it just slides out this way, and it acts like a kind of like a circlip. Get these vice grips on, hopefully I'll be able to wiggle it enough to break it loose. There it comes. There, it came off. See, it's just a little clip. Now this just drops right out. And guess what? It doesn't look anything like the other hose. So I'm going to crawl under and have a look at what's on the other side of this. See if I can get that off. There's no nut on the other side. It's just kind of riveted in. So I've just got this impact driver, and see if that doesn't just take it out. That did it. There. So there it is. It's just a bolt without a real head on it. So this is the hose. It doesn't look anything like the old hose, but we'll take it out and go inside the shop. I'm going to mark this so I remember it's the right-hand side. Got my gray Sharpie here, so I'll just write on this metal bracket, right hand. Well, I'm back in the shop trying to sort out the brake hoses. I bought this brake hose set. There was another one, a 5th one, and that was a short flexible hose that I used in the back and the rear brakes, and only one was needed there. I bought these. These are Centric parts. I think they're good quality parts. I bought them from Parts Geek, and I ordered them back in September last year because I thought I was about to do the brakes before I realized I had to redo all the suspension as well. So it's taken me a lot longer to take care of this. Well, these apparently are for disc brakes in the rear, and as you probably know, I have drum brakes in my rear, so these weren't even usable. So those are just a waste of money. And that leaves me with these, and these are for the front disc brakes. And they looked reasonable. They had banjo fittings on one end and threaded fittings on the other. They're identical to one another here. And I thought, okay, those will probably still work, until I took out the right front brake hose. Here it is. Still got a banjo fitting on one side, but different sort of look. And on the other side, it's completely different. And it's obviously way too long. So I tried to call Parts Geek, and I got put on a loop that they had other customers and they couldn't get to me. And then finally it automatically asked me to enter my phone number, and then it hung up just before it said they'll call me back when somebody becomes available, and of course nobody ever called me back. So I decided, well, they're not going to take these back anyway, so there's no point in talking to them because they obviously don't know what they're doing. So then I contacted UltraRVProducts.com, and those guys seem to really know what they're doing. I was really impressed. The brake hoses I purchased from Parts Geek turned out to be for a P32 Workhorse chassis with an I-beam front suspension, so they wouldn't fit my P32 Workhorse because it has independent front suspension. To dig a little deeper into brakes on the Workhorse chassis, According to my service manual, there are 3 general systems that can be found in the years around my 2000 model year motorhome. The first is the JB7, and these are all-wheel disc brakes with single piston calipers, and they're only used on vehicles that weigh 8,600 pounds or less. So these are typically found in box trucks or step vans, not in motorhomes. JB8 is the front disc rear drum brake configuration often used on motorhomes. And this is what I thought I had. JF9 are all-wheel disc brakes with multiple pistons in each caliper. I definitely don't have that. Within these brake system types, there can be considerable variation in how they're implemented in a particular Workhorse-based motorhome. As you'll see, it was not easy to find the correct front flexible brake hoses for my motorhome. After getting no response from Parts Geek, I went to UltraRVProducts website, as I had purchased other parts from them in the past and they always seemed to fit. On their website, they listed front brake hoses for Workhorse P32 with front disc and rear drum brakes, the JB8 category above. I ordered these and included my VIN number so they could check the fitment. The very next day I received an email from UltraRVProducts that the hoses I ordered would not fit, so they canceled the order and asked me to call them. I did that and I spoke to Jay. He told me that my VIN number indicated that I did not have a normal motorhome version of the Workhorse chassis. Instead, because my motorhome is small, it's 26 feet long and with a gross weight of 12,300 pounds, the chassis in my motorhome was normally used for step vans or box trucks. So I dug into it a little more and found that the Georgie Boy Pursuit 2601, which is mine, was only made in 1999 and 2000. So that explains a lot of the difficulty I've had getting the right parts as I've been through the brakes and suspension. Jay gave me the part numbers for the hoses I need, and as you can see in the photo, they look identical to my original hoses. Unfortunately, they're not in stock and it will take several weeks to get them sent to me. Another issue I'm going to have is that the front flexible brake hoses connect to another hose that is part metal and part flexible hose that runs to the ABS module. And there are hoses that connect back to the master cylinder as well. My feeling is I should replace all of those as well. And Jay told me they don't have them and can't get them anymore, so my best bet would be to look for another supplier or remove them, take them to a local hydraulic shop, and have replicates made. Then I found that millsupply.com carries Workhorse step van parts, and they have a front brake line kit that replaces all the hoses that connect to the ABS module. They have photos and measurements of those hoses. So once I get the old ones out, I can see if these or other sets Mill Supply might have could fit. So a task for a future video will be to remove all those hoses that attach to the ABS module. This will not be easy as the ABS module is tucked away in a difficult to reach area. Well, that about wraps it up. My main conclusion is to be sure to order parts only as you need them or as you can check fitment. So if they don't fit, you can return them or exchange them. Since the scope of this project has expanded and taken much longer than expected, I found multiple times that parts I ordered don't fit, and it's often too late to return them. So thanks for watching. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe. Bye.